Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about a very important document called the syllabus. A syllabus is a document or a tool that every professor will provide you that outlines every detail of your class. So each syllabus you receive will look a little different depending on your professor's style, but they should all include information that we are going to touch on today. So we're going to use my syllabus as an example. You'll see that I'm on my Blackboard account and I'm going to go to my class to access my syllabus. My syllabus is on this menu to the left. It has its own special link that I can go to download my document. Your professor may provide their syllabus to you in a different way. So today we're going to touch on key things that most professors will include in their syllabus. If your syllabus doesn't include any of the information that we touch on today, you can totally reach out to your professor and ask them for that information. So the front page of your syllabus will oftentimes include the time and location of your class. It will also include your professor's contact information and the location of their office. So you'll see my professor teaches two different sections of the class, and she notes here the days and times in which she's teaching. You'll also see that my class is a online class or a virtual class, so we meet via Zoom. If your class is in person, it'll have the location of that classroom, the room number and the building. And you'll see my professor has also included her email and her phone number, but she specifically indicated that email is best. So that'll be something that you'll want to note too. If your professor mentions how they prefer to be contacted, you'll want to contact them in that way. And lastly, you'll see that my professor has included the location of her office. She hasn't included office hours, most likely because my class meets online. If your professor is teaching a class in person, they'll probably have what we call office hours, which are times that are set outside of class that are specifically meant to support students. So if you have a question or concern about your course and you don't have time to talk to your professor during class time, you can go to them during their office hours. And we strongly encourage you to utilize this resource because it's a great way to get extra support in the class. So moving along, we're going to talk about main policies and components that professors will incorporate into their syllabus that you'll want to know ahead of time to help you prepare for your course. The first one we're going to touch on today are materials and the makeup of the course. So you'll see that my professor has included required materials here, which includes an online resource and a textbook. Your professor will also include any textbooks or any other materials that you'll need for the class, so you'll want to note this ahead of time so you can get those materials by the time the course starts. Professors may also include a list of assignments that will be due throughout the semester or what you'll cover throughout the semester. And taking a look at this information early on is a great way for you to plan ahead of time. So if we scroll down, my professor has included in her syllabus a list of all the chapters that we'll cover and what it falls within each of those chapters, so I know what to expect ahead of time. My professor doesn't include a list of assignments, but she does talk about the classwork that I'll be expected to complete and the schedule of the course, so the makeup of the course. So your professor will include this in some capacity, it just will look different depending on the course. Professors will also include their grading scale. A grading scale will tell you the percentage range of each letter grade. This may also differ depending on your professor, but this is a great way for you to know as you go through the course what your grade is. Another important policy or component of a syllabus that you'll want to note is our absent policy and a professor's attendance policy. So GRCC has a campus-wide 14-day absent rule. That means that if you miss 14 days in a row of class without communicating to your professor, you will be dropped from the course. So that's something that is campus-wide. Every professor has that rule. However, if we scroll down, you'll see that my professor has her own specific participation and attendance policy, and this will differ depending on your professor, and they will have this listed in their syllabus. And it'll be important for you to note that ahead of time because this policy basically tells you how many days of class you can miss, or how many times you can be tardy before it starts affecting your grade. All professors are responsible for including information about accommodations that we offer here at GRCC, so feel free to connect with our Disability Support Services Department if this applies to you. This contact information will be included in each of your syllabus, just like you can see here on mine. Lastly, your syllabus will also include information about academic honesty. It is important to know ahead of time what is considered plagiarism and cheating, and you'll see that my professor has included the links to this information in her syllabus. Your professors most likely will have something similar. This concludes our overview of the syllabus. We hope it was helpful for you, so please feel free to share this video and follow us on Facebook for more helpful information.